Hello and welcome, friends, to another Magic the Gathering draft video. My name is Al. We're here with How to Draft MTG. We're jumping into an Innistrad Midnight Hunt Premier Draft in the Mythic Ranks. I'm going to walk you through every pick and every gameplay decision here. And we're going to wait for this thing to queue up again. In the meantime, I'll ask you to please hit like and subscribe if you do enjoy these videos. Leave a comment if you have any questions or any suggestions or anything like that on how I can make this channel better, or if you saw me make a couple mistakes in the game, you want to point those out, go ahead and let me know. Pick one, pack one. We've got a very strong pack here. Sunstreak Phoenix is our mythic rare, 2 red, 4/2 flyer. Starts the day-night cycle, and you could pay 1 and a red whenever day and night flips to return this into play tapped. So this is a very, very powerful card. Wish it had haste, you know, but whatever. It wouldn't be so good on the return to the battlefield tap side of it, but it would be good on the initial cast. So that's probably going to be our pick. But there are a couple of strong options here. We've got Rise of the Ants. We've got Organ Hoarder. We've got Foul Play, which is probably behind both of these, and also Ecstatic Awakener. So there's an argument out there that Awakener is actually better than Organ Hoarder. I don't believe that's true because I think black is still just too hard to draft regularly, consistently. But, you know, perhaps on straight up power level, this is a better card, but I would rather take Organ Hoarder first. So I think, you know, I could see an argument for any of the four. Take the Red Mythic, Rise of the Ants, Organ Hoarder, or Ecstatic Awakener. We're going to take the Phoenix and see what happens. I have said many times that I don't want to draft red, and that's still true, but sometimes you open cards that make you, almost force you to draft red. And one of the advantages of opening a mythic like this in a color that is generally considered to be not that good is that, in theory, your pod will not want to draft red because your pod, being the other people at the table drafting with us, will not want to draft red because they know it's not good. But we actually have a reason to want to play red, so we're getting a little bit of extra value in that way. So I think we do follow this up with a Cathartic Pyre. There's a Slaughter Specialist in the pack, which looks pretty good as a 2-mana 3/3, but I actually don't like this card very much. Giving your opponent a 1/1 is pretty valuable in a format with Ecstatic Awakener and stuff that cares about having little bodies around. Scab Wrangler, Larder Zombie even. They want little bodies to tap and sacrifice and do stuff, so I actually don't like this card very much. There was an Ecstatic Awakener in the pack, which also is a reasonable pick with you know, being the best black common. Another strong pack here. Covetous Castaway is not an excellent card, but it is a card I'm interested in once I'm in blue, especially if I'm in blue-white. So we're not gonna start with it here, although it's not bad in blue-red either, because you do get access to the geez, what's it called? Ecstatic Revelation or Electric Revelation or something. The discard 2, draw 2 with the flashback in red, so that can be pretty useful with some of these disturbed creatures. We're not going to take it here, but keep an eye on it. Could wheel. It could come around later. I think we're supposed to just take Moonrage or Slash here. I mean, we're starting with like 3 kind of top red cards. I do like Lunarch Veteran a whole bunch as the best white common, but not really a fan of white-red. So I guess as we're getting deeper into red here, we're hoping to end up, I guess, red-blue more than anything. Maybe red-black, I guess, if we get enough sort of spells. But our strategy from here with red is going to be to maximize Festival Crasher. This is the card that really makes red work. And we are going to pick it up here, I think. There's nothing, this is pick 4, so we're starting to sort of read signals, as it were, and see, you know, what is being passed to us. What are people not drafting? Well, we're not getting a ton of information here. This is not a very good black-white rare. This is a fine green uncommon, but green being open is not really something we're like super interested in. We would like to know that black, blue, or white is open, being the stronger colors in the set, and those cards do not really indicate as such. So seeing a Festival Crasher that pairs very well with Cathartic Pyre, Moonrager Slash, this card really wants to play with instants, even though it says instant and sorcery. It's at its most powerful when you have instants that deal damage, and we do have those. So also Sunstreak Phoenix likes instants as well, because you want to pass your turn to make it night, and you want to have something to do on your opponent's turn, which has these instants. Okay, so enough chatting. We're going to take another Crasher here. We've got a good start to a red deck. I am not a fan of red. I will keep saying that, but I think this is about the best start you would ask for. And we're going to make red our pivot color in this draft. We are seeing some white here. We'll keep that in mind. Seeing a little bit of black. We're going to take red as our pivot color, which is not, again, not an ideal spot, but red's going to be our base color. We're hopefully going to be blue to support it. But the longer we can sort of stay deep red, the longer we have to determine which secondary color is going to be open for us. So as we're starting to see pick 6 here, we're going to take this rare, I believe, because it's quite good. Not an indication that blue is open necessarily, because most of the good blue decks are not blue-red decks, but this card's going to fit well for us if we end up blue. We're only passing in Neonate's Rush, which is very good. We're also seeing Flip the Switch, so we're going to keep that in mind as potential secondary color action here. That's part of the reason why I want to take Vadrik there, is because we are also seeing Flip the Switch, which gives me like a little bit of confidence that blue is flowing from the right. I think we just take the Dragon here. This card is like pretty medium, but I mean, it has flying and it kind of does some stuff. The rest of the pack's pretty bad. Eccentric Farmer is the best card here. Stolen Vitality does fit well in this sort of strategy, but it's not as desirable as a Slash or a Pyre or something that deals damage. And you do need creatures to kill them with at some point, so I think we will take the Dragon there. And here, I think we'll just take the Stinger. I guess we'll just stay on red because Cathar Commando is not very good. White-red's not very good. Consider is kind of what we want to be doing here, but and I guess I would say if the Stinger wasn't here, we'd probably take Consider. I just don't want to get into blue yet and start spending picks on blue cards until we're really kind of pushed in that direction, and I don't feel like we are just yet. Stinger is an excellent red 1-drop to get the party started. It actually does some work later in the game too. When you have 6 mana available, all of a sudden it's like this is starting to eat their creatures. So I think it's a good card. And we're just going to continue to take red cards here. Electric Revelation was a card I was talking about earlier. I think it's what we want here over Abandon the Post. I was a fan of Abandon the Post early in the format as a white-red sort of aggressive card. And I'm not saying it's not good, but I think Revelation is going to do slightly more work for us. It could also put the Phoenix in the graveyard. I'm not sure how noteworthy that really is, though, because we need it to start the Day-Night cycle. Okay. Pick 10, we're seeing a good green card in Harvesttide Sentry, and then like a couple of playable green cards, so that's kind of interesting. Harvesttide Sentry making it all the way around is pretty interesting. Oh, I want to take it, but I also want to take Stormrider Spirit. I think we want Stormrider Spirit here because it has Flash, and Flash is really good with Day-Night, and we have Vadrik and we want to play it. That's a very close pick, and I could see it going either way, and I may regret that later. I just don't think that red-green is very good, so that's also part of it. We'll take the only playable card in the pack here in Cathar Commando, and still seeing green, but not like excellent green. I just haven't seen like enough really good green to think that green is going to flow in a way that is going to make it worth drafting, right? I'm not saying that red-green can't ever be good, but I will say that like 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be good. So you need to see really, really excellent uncommons flowing for green to want to go in that direction, whereas blue is, we're more likely to see actual cards we can put in our deck in blue than in green. I hope that makes sense. We didn't see any black that pack because we never see black, so we're not going to take Jadar, I don't think, here. Fangblade Brigand is quite powerful. Good rate, 4-drop. These decks do end up kind of being a little bit awkward where, it's like, how many creatures are we supposed to play? We've already got 7. We want a lot of instants and sorceries for Festival Crashers. We don't want a lot of creatures that aren't Festival Crashers because the entire gameplay of this deck is probably going to hinge on playing Festival Crasher and playing instants and sorceries. But I think Brigand is just powerful enough on rate that we do want it here, and there's really nothing else in this pack that we're terribly interested in. I guess like a Midnight Ambush. There's some more white cards here. So we didn't get like a super good idea of what was flowing in pack 1. Maybe I was talking too much and didn't really figure it out. But we did see some, like a little bit of white. We saw a little bit of green towards the end. We got past this Vadrik. Red was definitely flowing, so that's good. So I think we just continue to kind of push in the direction of red-blue, as I think it's the most desirable outcome. But we could also just, like, take a Blood Tithe Collector or whatever if we wanted to, just to sort of hedge towards black. Maybe we end up seeing black. I don't think Galvanic Iteration is good enough here. You need a lot of, like, one-cost spells to make this good, like Consider and stuff like that, which we don't quite yet have. This is kind of a rough spot. I think I want to take a blue card here. I don't think we need the Revelation. I think we want the... I don't know. I was going to say we want the Zombie, but we're not going to have any creatures to use it with. So I guess the Flash on the Spirit, again, I think is important with the Day-Night stuff and wanting to have instants and sorceries up and wanting to mess around with Festival Crasher. But that was kind of a weird pick. I don't know. I think I might take that back if I have another look at that pack. Here we'll take the Astronomer. Again, we don't know that we're blue-red. We know that we're red something. A card like Sacred Fire is not the worst. So maybe if this wheels, we pick it up and move into red-white. We just want to keep our options open here, I think, as much as possible. I don't have a ton of experience drafting red either. I will say that because I've been avoiding it so heavily. The other card we want in this pack is Startle, which is instances that draw you cards and have a meaningful impact on the game are really, really good with cards like Festival Crasher. But the Astronomer is quite excellent as a 2-mana 2/2 that actually gets you some value later in the game. So we're just going to stay on the red train, try to hashtag delay the decision, as the Lords of Limited would say. We're going to take a play with fire here for the exact same reason, plus we need cheap spells. Maybe we'll wheel the Stinger out of this pack. That'd be pretty good. Seeing a little bit of green flowing, a little bit of white flowing, but be very, very careful in pack 2 with how you read signals, because the packs, as you can see with these arrows here, are flowing from the left now, whereas we were passing, they were flowing from the right previously, which means that the people to our left are drafting different colors than the people to our right were. Oh boy. Okay, nice. Where, when we were getting past some red cards from the right, it's like, okay, cool, we're seeing red from the right. In pack 3, we're also going to be getting passed to by the people on the right, so we'll see red again, presumably. We only get passed to one time from the people to our left, so if we're starting to see like a ton of good black cards, for example, from the left, we don't want to move into black and assume that we're going to see it in pack 3, because we most likely will not, as we did not see it in pack 1. We're going to take Seize the Storm here. This is like the best red uncommon for this archetype. So we just need to really load up on instants and sorceries and try to make this happen. And whatever secondary color allows us to do that the best. Maybe it's green with cards like Body of the Old Ways. I don't suspect it will be, but I've heard rumors that green can get there in the red spells deck. So I think we're looking at, gosh, I don't want to really play with any of these cards. I think we're looking at like Electric Revelation number 2 or Gale Drifter or Larder Zombie. Bots think Gale Drifter. I mean, I kind of do as well. I think I'm going to take the Revelation, though. I think we just need spells. Ooh, this is a tough pick. We want 3 of these cards. We want Flame Channeler. This card is quite good. We have a lot of spells that deal damage already, right? We got Play with Fire, Pyre, Slash. So I think we do take it here, and it's a 2-mana play. It just relies pretty heavily on, getting stuff like Burn the Accursed, which we definitely want. We're seeing red flow pretty heavily, though, so I hope we'll get another chance at one of those. Okay, so a little bit of signal reading here, perhaps. I mean, pick 8 is pretty late to see like a Hobbling Zombie, Blessed Defiance, whatever this card is. Choose up to 2 creature cards in your graveyard. Turn to your hand, return to the battlefield. That seems kind of clunky, and they die. It is a spell with flashback. I'm going to take the black. I was going to take No Way Out. I did click on it, but not in time. I think the No Way Out was probably the best pick there. All right. Faithful Mending we can't play because it's 2 colors. All these cards are pretty bad. I guess Locked in the Cemetery could be okay if we're like getting enough cards in the graveyard for Seize the Storm and all that nonsense. There's also Brimstone Vandal, which is just like a playable creature. I think locked is okay there. Okay, seeing some blue. Another locked. This card is quite bad, but I think in a deck where you're, reliably you have a full graveyard, it's like not the worst. We're going to take another one here. We don't need another Revelation. I'm just thinking about Rotten Reunion. Might have been the pick there. Because this is not an instant, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay. I think we do take Abandon the Post here. Again, not really a very good card. Didn't see the Stinger come back around, which is kind of brutal. Because we don't really want to be fighting for red with anybody else. Take a Blood Pact here. So we had a shot at... I really don't think we're going to end up green at this point. We had a shot at... I can't remember the name of the card. Rotten Reunion. That we may regret that one if we end up in black, red. Okay, Celestis is in the pack. This lets us do Sunstreak Phoenix things, and it works with Obsessive Astronomer, but there is a Moonrager Slash in the pack, which works all the time, every time. Draw and discard. Like, this has to be good, right? Seize the Storm likes it because it fills up our graveyard. Locked in the Cemetery likes it because it fills up our graveyard. Just like, are we going to get Slash or Burn back or Startle? I think there's enough here that we can get something back there. Okay. Wow. Big rare here. Angel Fire Ignition is quite a nice one, especially with Festival Crasher. 5 mana haste creature is not excellent at all. None of these other cards are very good, so I guess we'll take it. Did we pick up any white? We have a Blessed Defiance and a Cathar Commando. This would be a reason to get into white. Again, we're not really locked into any secondary color yet, so I think we can take this and just sort of see what happens. Because blue is not offering us anything other than Vadric, and like these other cards are all super replaceable. So yeah, I think we'll take the white card here, and that could be the push that we need to get into white. Another hasty 5-drop. Creature count is not super. We've got 9 creatures if we drop blue, so it's not super low. It's not super high either. There's nothing in this pack we really care about, is there? Search Party Captain is not going to be all that good. I don't like Village Watch because it costs 5 mana. Search Party Captain, I think we take it here because we've got the Voldiron Stinger. Hopefully we'll pick up another one. We got some 2-drops. Again, we did pick up that Ignition. We saw white flow in pack 1. There's a Consider here as well. I don't know. We haven't really been seeing blue though. This could be my downfall. Rise of the Ants. Consider. I guess it's Consider here. Again, don't think we can really pull off green. I mean, we could. I guess we could, but I think Consider works better with what we're doing here. It's good with Festival Crasher. So we'll take it here. Okay, another Crasher. Startle, Evolving Wilds, Fang, Brigand. Instant Sorcery, we're still a little low. We're not playing Wake to Slaughter. I think we take Crasher and, geez, hope to wield the Startle, I guess. Interesting spot here. I think we do take the Crasher. Again, maybe my lack of experience with red is showing a little bit here. Okay, would love to wield the Stinger. Or the Fading Hope, or the Secrets of the Key here. So I think this Vadric puts us firmly in blue-red now. So we did kind of blow a pick on a Search Party Captain there, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Maybe we'll wheel that Consider. If we do, then we'll be really, really happy. Okay, flip the switch. Nice. Okay, so we're red-blue now. I should be not drafting quite this quickly. Okay, Geistwave versus Silverbolt. We have the technology. We've already got Moonrager Slash, Play with Fire, Cathartic Fire, so we don't really need damage that's not a spell. So I think we're going to take Geistwave here as a way to trigger Festival Crashers. Gets cheaper on Vadric. It does a bunch of things. Okay, wheel. The wheel pack, we didn't get the slash back, unfortunately. But we got this sweet dragon, so I'm glad I did not spend any picks on those 5-drop werewolves. Do we need to take this thing? I don't think so. Hopefully not. Could take Harvestine Infiltrator instead. Okay, really hoping to see the Consider. Yeah, get in here. And really hoping to see the Stinger. I think that might be next pick. Come on, Stinger. No. Secrets of the Key might make it. All right. Well, I guess Cathar's actually is more likely to slot in if we did drop blue. Okay. So, took a while to find our secondary color. I'm not sure how good this deck is because I don't really have a ton of experience with red-blue, but we have we have a mythic and 2 rares, 3 rares, so that's good. Do we have enough spells? Maybe not. We've got 12 here, so I'm gonna do a quick build and I'll be right back. But I think, like, for the most part, I don't regret much about that draft. There was a Burn the Accursed we wanted that we couldn't get because we took, I think, a Festival Crasher over it, or a Flame Channel or an Astronomer. It was like a good 2-drop, which I think is a reasonable decision. We took Celestis over Moonrager Slash, which could come back to bite us. But, I mean, the day-night thing is going to matter a lot because of Vadrik and the Phoenix and the Astronomer. So I think we're doing okay here. This deck has potential to be pretty sweet. So we'll see in a sec. Okay, we're back with the build so far. I cut actually both these dragons. Don't hate me. But I think the Stormrider Spirits are slightly better, and we don't want 4 5-drop creatures in our deck. And these are easier to cast. Single blue. They have flash, which matters for when we're screwing around with day and night. And also for like holding up Flip the Switch or holding up like a Moonrager Slash and some kind of instant speed interaction like that. So I think the Spirits are better than the dragons. You can let me know what you think in the comments. So we need to cut one more card. I cut both Locked in the Cemetery. I think we're going to be okay for removal. We don't have a big removal, which is worth noting, but I really don't want to be playing cards that aren't spells or good creatures. So we cut both of these. We cut Harvestine Infiltrator, cut the dragons, as I said. So we got to cut one more card here. And again, like I'll say it again, I don't have a ton of experience with red, so please do let me know in the comments what you think of this build. I think Celestis definitely plays well enough that we do want it here. So it could be the other Stormrider Spirit that we want to cut. Also, keeping in mind that Seize the Storm is a creature, and it wants us to play more spells. Like I think you could make an argument for cutting Secrets of the Key here because it's so slow and clunky. But the fact that we've got Triple Crasher that triggers off of it, and like it does cycle us through our deck. We can discard it to Electric Revelation. We can discard it to Astronomer. It gives us something to do with our mana on our opponent's turn. It fuels Seize the Storm. Like, I think it does enough things that we do want it here. Whereas if we just have like, if we have an opening hand with like Spirit, Seize the Storm, Fanblade, Brigand, like we might have to mulligan that, right? So I think we cut the Spirit, keep our curve a little bit lower, and keep our creature count. Still, 11 creatures plus Seize the Storm is like pretty good for a deck like this. It's possible you want to cut the Vadrik because you never really want 2 of these, but we have so many ways to discard it for value. So I think this is the right build. Let me know in the comments what you think. We're going to have to play tight. This is going to be a hard deck to pilot. Looking forward to the matches. We'll see you in a sec. Whew. All right. I'm scared. We're playing red-blue. We're going first. That's nice. We have a couple of 2-drops here. We got our Phoenix. 3 islands is kind of rough, but we're definitely not shipping this hand. So the question is, what 2-drop are we going to play? And that'll depend on what we draw next turn. If it's a spell, which it is, we may want to play the Crasher. If it was a spell that deals damage, we probably want to play the Channeler. So what do we think our opponent's going to play on turn 2? I mean, they're an island, right? So it could be, if they had Larder Zombie, they would have played it, in which case we do want the Festival Crasher. They could draw one and play it. anything with 3 toughness, we want the Crasher out. Are we going to even want to play Revelation next turn, discarding the island? I mean, the 2 islands we could, right? Depends on what we draw. I feel like Festival Crasher is more likely to get in for damage than Flame Channeler, so I'm going to play it here. They could have, like, Siege Zombie. They could have Hobbling Zombie, which actually would be pretty... Oh, no, they can't have that on 2 mana. Okay, Shipwreck Sifters. So, there you go. This will probably have 3 toughness, assuming our opponent built their deck in a way that maximizes it, and they sure did. Okay. Ooh, Vadric. Okay. Cool. So we do want to cast that this turn. We're going to get it with the Crasher. If they block, we do probably want to play Revelation, get that value, rather than let the creatures bounce off each other. Since this will essentially also be dealing 2 damage. They are going to block. No, they're not. Okay, they're not. So, would have had to make a decision here, but we could have Revelation discard Phoenix, and then Vadric will start the day-night cycle for us, so that would have been pretty cool. But instead, we're just gonna cast Vadric and start the day-night cycle, and hope to draw a mountain. Honestly, just play our Sunstreak Phoenix, not be too fancy schmancy about it. Planes for our opponent. Overwhelmed Archivist. Excellent cards they're showing us here, so this is going to be tough. In for 3. Yeah, we're going to take 3. So rough spot for us so far. Alrighty, so again, kind of in trouble here mana-wise. We could pitch the Phoenix, couldn't we? And try to find, I guess, like pitch Phoenix in a land and just try to find more lands to play Flame Channeler. We're gonna want to be able to block that Archivist at some point. We want it to become night. So this is a weird situation here. We don't really want to trade Festival Crasher for the Archivist. We don't have any timeouts, so we need to make a play here. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. See, this deck's hard to pilot, and the rope is not kind to you. Okay, we're gonna not attack. I think we do make the Rev play. Opponent's not on black, so we're not as worried about them. Oh, you just discard 1 card. Okay. Oh, I thought it was discard 2. Okay, cool. And then we got flip, if we want it. I think we'll hold on to the flip. Because might as well spend our mana here. We could use the flip when we want to make it night. I guess we're casting Phoenix next turn. Yeah, that's a close decision. I think we still want to get on board here. Next turn, we're going to just play this Phoenix. Could go either way there. Yeah, it's very decision intensive. This is not a deck I'm super comfortable piloting. Obviously. Okay, they're coming in with their Archivist and their Sifters probably here, which is kind of rough. Yep. So kind of want to double block with Vadric Festival Crasher, but if they have Startle, we get ruined by that. We could triple block the Sifters, same problem. We could just trade. We could just take 6. If we take 6, we go to 11. That's kind of low. We don't have any way to flip Flame Channeler at the moment, so I'm kind of feeling like we just get rid of it. We're going to have stuff in the air. We're going to flip the switch, deal with this Archivist later. So I think we just trade here. Take 3 down to 14. They probably have Startle. Oof, that's even worse. Okay. Yep. Yep, that's really bad. That's really bad. Okay. Oh, of course we draw this. Cool. So, Sunstreak Phoenix, or we pass, flip to night. We could play flip. We could play with fire. Do a bunch of things. I don't know if I really like any of those options. We're just getting wrecked here. I think we just play the Phoenix. Like, flipping to night doesn't really do anything. think we need to play the Phoenix and start getting value out of it. Don't like our spot at all here. I'm not sure if there was really any plays we should have made differently. We could have held up flip last turn, which would have, but then we wouldn't have had blocks, so it wouldn't really have been that good. We are definitely on the defensive though. Opponent's got a ton of card advantage, and they have the board. It's rough times. But Phoenix can at least trade with Sifters, which is kind of cool. So we'll see what they do here. Looks like they've got like borrowed time or something to just deal with it. If they just attack with Nebelgast Intruder, I think we take it. They're not attacking with anything. That's great news. Okay, now we're actually in an okay spot. Because we've got... I'm really glad they didn't attack last turn. Because now we've got Stormrider Spirit to block... to ambush one of these flyers if we want. We've got Flip. We've got Play with Fire. We've got all these things going on. And that's pretty nice for us. So we're going to pass it back. Make it nighttime. Start growing things. Flip the switch now costs 1 mana. That's pretty sick. All right. All right. I have hope. Sifters. Sifters. I mean, we can kill that with Play with Fire, so then we don't have to actually spend the flip on it if it's going to get bigger, but then it will make the other Sifters bigger as well, which is kind of problematic. But I also kind of want to be able to ambush one of these 2-power flyers. That's a tough one. All these tough decisions. I think we just counter this here. Because like we don't want to give them the draw. We don't want to give them, because if they've just got a land to discard, that's like essentially drawing an extra card for them. We don't want to give them the extra potential power and toughness on this. I think there's enough reasons to just counter that there. G Trapper, that's going to die. I think. Okay, so we're going to flip back to day here. So if we do have an opportunity to block with the Phoenix, we'll take it. They're not going to give that to us. So I think we just hit them with Play with Fire on the Gavany Trapper here. I think so. The problem with the way this game is going, is that we don't have like a lot of good ways to actually win the game at the moment. I think we attack with Phoenix and pass, because now it's daytime, so if we don't play a spell, we get to flip that over. If they want to attack us back, we have the Spirit, which hopefully will stick. Maybe we just pass, actually. I think we do. I think we don't attack. I think there's enough that could go wrong there. Trying to build up some timeouts here because I keep roping, so I'm going to play a little bit faster. I'm just thinking if we do attack with the Phoenix and they just take 4, they go to 19, whatever, it's fine. And then they attack us, we cast Spirit, they have a counter spell or something. We're just like so screwed. Okay, they're going to Revenge. That's also pretty annoying. We'll just let that happen. We'll put it on top. Yes, and we can actually discard it to Revelation in a turn if we want. So we'll put it on top, yeah. Okay. So that's annoying. Hopefully they attack us with a bunch of flyers here and we get to eat something. I feel like they probably should, yeah. So they got a Blessed Defiance, which would be real good. But I think we just take this opportunity while we have it. And I think we want to block the Whale Drifter since it exiles. So they can't like get it back or whatever. It doesn't fill up their graveyard. It's also the biggest creature. Ooh, Search Party Captain, that's nice. Okay. Well, our Vadric's getting bigger. That's cool. Phoenix is good still. Yeah. It's day. So we get the Phoenix for 2 mana. Except that it won't be in our graveyard at the time. This is kind of awkward. It won't be in the graveyard at the time that the day-night flip happens, right? Because we wouldn't be able to cast this in response and then still have this trigger. So I guess we just cast it. Man, this game is hard to play. Are we attacking for 5? No. Say go. We could have attacked for 3 as well, but again, there's such a high life total. I think we just need to protect ourselves for a bit. Man, we'll say the Purifying Dragon would not be the worst here. I will say that. It would be doing some work. Killing Nebelgast Intruder, I think, for free is how that would work. So maybe we want to bring that in. So we are going to see a lot of blue-white since it's the best deck. So we can pitch Festival Crasher here. It's not really doing anything since they've got a lot of people on the ground, but I'd rather pitch a land. Boy. I think it's not time for that. Maybe it is time. Maybe it is time. I think it is time. I want to find something to do here. Get a removal spell so we can start pressuring them. Okay. Vadric. That's not what we wanted. Okay, I guess now we attack with Phoenix. They seem to be out of things to do. I think so. They take 4. Do we want to make it nighttime? Sure. We have another Revelation in the deck, so we may want to hold this land, but we also have Secrets of the Key, which is kind of nice to be able to cast and flash back and stuff. And if we draw a Revelation, we discard Vadric. So yeah, let's pass. Keep growing this thing. So we're fairly stabilized right now, but I mean, anything could happen. Anything could happen. They got 2 cards in hand. That could be anything. Candle Trap. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, we got another Vadric at least. Yeah. So this thing is dead. Good draws. Good draws. All right. Well, what we can do, if they attack us with the Shipwreck Sifters, we can trade Festival Crasher for it by double spelling Secrets of the Key. In with everything. Are we just dead? Whoa. I was not expecting that. We only have 2 blockers, so maybe we are just dead. Let's see. Let's see. Block here. Let's say we block here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. We could take 1 less damage by blocking Archivist. Yeah, so we probably are going to be dead next turn, aren't we? That's kind of annoying. I think this is the right way to block. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double secrets, trade, eat, try to find a couple of burn spells or something. This is... we don't even get to crack the clue. Yeah, so we're probably cooked here. But that's okay. Tough game. Our opponent had a really good draw and was pretty much beating us the entire game. I'm not sure there's really anything that we could have done differently here. I mean, there was definitely decision points, but I don't know if any of them were better than the lines that we took. Okay, island. So we need to find blockers. We have 1. They have 5 creatures. We need to find some removal and stuff. Yeah. Okay, nice attack by the opponent there. Removal? No. Okay. Burn down the house? Oh, wait, we didn't draft that? Okay. Okay. See you for round 2. We are back. Swapped in the Purifying Dragon for the Spirit, so we'll see how that goes. Good looking hand here. This is kind of the difference between last game maybe going a little bit better for us. The fact that we're starting with 3 mountains here instead of 3 islands affords us a little bit more flexibility. So I like this hand a lot. Again, we've got the option between these 2 cards. Unfortunately, we're on the draw, which kind of hurts us. But yeah, I think we're gonna go with. Oh, jeez. Oh, that puts a wrench in things, doesn't it? What are we gonna go with here? Festival Crasher never getting in through that thing. I guess we'll go Flame Channeler because we could maybe draw a slash and get to work with that. That's that's rough, man. Come on, how are we supposed to win with Festival Crasher against this card? Next turn, there'll be a question of whether or not we want to play Revelation to spend all of our mana, or if we want to add to our board. Again, will depend on what they do. Interesting they cast this. I guess because we showed the mountain, they were like, we better get a defense down. Or maybe they just drew this for their turn, but you'd think they would hold it. Okay, so flooding out a little bit here. Still feel like we do get the Crasher down. Before we start drawing extra cards. Plus, we might need the trigger that this provides. Maybe we can bounce this. Locked in Cemetery would be good against this card in particular, but not right now because we don't have any cards in our graveyard. Shipwreck Sifters. Yeah, man. All the blue-white Disturb players are Diamond and Mythic. Who knew? Who knew? Okay, discarding something. Let's see who they've got. Man, we like almost stabilized last game. That was pretty exciting. Oh, you can discard Sifters to Sifters and get the pump. That's good. The pump. Okay. So we just want to attack with nothing, I guess. I guess Festival Crasher in case they don't block. They probably will. It's possible we just want to hold Festival Crasher back on defense to block Shipwreck Sifters. Probably just Revelation on their turn. It's possible we draw something like a Play with Fire or a Slash. So I think we play Mountain. We have no double blue in the deck. I think we play Mountain, pass the turn, and this way they don't have attacks. Like if we just attack with Festival Crasher, they block it for free. They're definitely blocking with Beggar, and then they get to attack us. So there's no point in doing that. And anything that we draw with Revelation, we can just cast at instant speed if we really want to. So I think this is the safest play here. Here comes another Faithful Mending from our opponent. Sifter's getting chonky over there. They probably got one Disturbed creature at least to put in the bin. No, a couple flashback spells. Another Mending and a Memory Deluge. Interesting. Okay. In for 2. No. All right, well, we're pretty priced into casting this. We got to get something going here that's not a grip full of lands. So unfortunately, our Festival Crasher has not been effective these games so far, but we could kill this Beggar by swinging and flashing this back and casting this, and then they have a Beggar in the graveyard that we can't deal with. So I don't think that's worth it. I think we just played the Dragon here, since that's an actual threat that does things. So Dragon could have been a Shipwreck or Shipwreck Sifters. The other thing, Storm Rider Spirit. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, not hating the Dragon here. Dragon would have done a little work for us last round as well, and we do have another one on the bench that we could bring in. Just don't want our curve to get too high, too glutted. It's possible that we're more of a control deck than a Festival Crasher aggro deck, though, and we should consider playing another Dragon and maybe like less Crashers. It seems to be, seems to be going in the direction where like we're getting to these stalled boards and we actually just want flyers to win with. This Crasher's just doing 0. Okay, opponent missed their land drop. So I mean, we could try to smash through this Beggar. don't like that it gives them a 6-mana 4/4 flyer in a couple turns. They're gonna be able to hit their land drops. They've got a Faithful Mending in the yard to flash back. Just does not feel like a good option. We could draw Geist Wave or whatever else to get through it. So I guess that's the move. Otherwise, what are we doing here? We're just sitting around waiting to die. So I guess we'll consider first in case we find something that we really want to do. Celestis. We would like to draw that, I think. So we'll decline. Do we want to play it this turn or do we want to rev? If we rev, we actually get to kill the beggar. If we Celestis, we could still kill the beggar with Secrets of the Key. So I guess we'll just do that. Maybe we don't. Maybe we want to sit back. Celestis can actually get us some value over the course of the game. Now I feel like we do want another flyer in the deck. Definitely do for this game anyways. But we got the Phoenix. I think we let this go. I think we want the game to go long. Now that we've drawn Celestis, we want the game to go long. We're going to play another land. We do still want mana, even though we're going to discard some of it. I think we want the game to go long. What the heck is this thing? Okay, so we need to deal them damage every turn now. Well, that's going to be hard to do. Okay, passing 2 attacks. Take our turn now. Do we want to cast Secrets of the Key? To have a look at anything. Ah, man, this game is so hard. We need to find ways to deal damage to them. I think we just dig deeper. I still don't think Festival Crasher is the answer here. Let's dig deeper. Try to find something big. Maybe like a Seize the Storm. Play with Fire's not bad. Flips Flame Channeler. This can kill the beggar. Can also deal damage to them so they don't draw a card. Oh, man. It can flip this. So that's pretty cool because it can get them with the... Yeah, I actually like our attacks now. Because they block Sifters on Channeler, we get to kill it for free. And if they block this on Festival Crasher, yeah. This is if it deals damage to anything. So that's pretty cool. I think we do play a land here. I think we get in with both of these. See what they do. Hopefully we just get to kill the Sifters. Yeah. Now, do we want to kill the beggar also? Or do we want to deal damage to their face so they don't draw a card? That's tough. We could do both. Well, I mean, we could do both, obviously. I mean, they're not going to get to play the beggar next turn. And then we're going to get in with Festival Crasher, in theory. Which is pretty big. They get drawn an extra card. They're gonna find their 5th land. But we're gonna have a huge board. I think this is worth it. Somebody's cringing at home right now, being like, "Yo, why are you punching this game away?" The answer is because I'm not good. Okay, so they get to draw their extra card. I think, do we just hold the rev or what? It's not going to become night or anything. We just rev on their turn, probably. I mean, you could find something good, right? But we want the trigger. We want the trigger, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 2 triggers on Crasher next turn. I don't know, man. Tough. Okay, they draw their extra card. So I got a mitt full. We actually have the board for once. I'm just going to activate Celestis instead of doing either of these, by the way. That's why I made the decision not to play these, because we have this. So we still do get to do something with our mana, but we don't lose out on a spell trigger. Baithook Angler in play for the opponent. That is good for us. Okay, opponent passes. Opponent passes. We're going to activate the... What? Sorcery, isn't it? That sucks. I'm so bad at this game. Okay, that's fine. That's so bad. Okay, cool. Let's swing. Let's mash. Let's go. Blocking. Cool. They're going to kill the Festival Crasher. I think we still just go for this because we just need to draw cards. Okay, so I should have activated that last turn. That's obviously what I should have done. They have a Faithful Mending they can cast. Flipping the switch. Oh, that's gross. We can pay for that, though. Probably should, right? I think we just pay for it. Are you serious? Are you serious with your life? Okay. Put those into play. Opponent does not draw an extra card this turn, but now they have a friggin' 4/4 flying, so that's fun. That's fun, isn't it? They're not going to play it, though. Interesting. So they have Revenge of the Drowned or something like that. Okay. I think we just jam. They don't have good blocks here. There's no reason to play the second Crasher before attacks. There's no reason to activate Celestis before attacks. So I think we attack. I'm assuming they've got Revenge. And if they do use that on the Embodiment of Flame, I think we put it on the bottom because we're pretty unlikely to be able to flip it again. And we are looking for like our Phoenix at this point or some way to actually get them because they're going to get back into this. And we're going to look like fools for killing that beggar. Let's try this. Let's see. See if this is any good. Is this good? Revenge on Embodiment. Okay, we're going to put that on the bottom, as we said. Because it's just not going to do anything, I don't think. We're going to kill the Drifter. And we have enough mana to Crash and Celestis. Right? So I suppose we should do both. Yes, I would take that action. Oh, we get a second activation, too. That's pretty sick. Because we didn't cast any spells? Or because we double spelled? Oh, that's pretty dope. This is like some next level thinking that I am not even privy to at all. So we double spelled on our turn. We flipped it to night, and then it flips back to day immediately because we did double spell. That's pretty sick. Okay, learning. Learning is fun. Holy crap. Are you guys seeing this? Opponent's got a pick of the litter here. Organ Hoarder in the house. They can't cast any of these cards, though, except for the Faithful Mending. Slashy Slash. That's a good card. Okay. Okay. So Vadric first. 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. We could also Geist Wave our own dragon. How much damage is that? It's a lot, isn't it? Isn't it? We could also make it nighttime. Oh, they have flipped the switch. Okay, no, they don't. Okay, so we make it nighttime, then slash costs 1. Currently costs 2, so it's not really saving us that much. If we slash the Hoarder, swing, that's 6. If we Geist Wave, that's 10 down to 11. And we get to draw a card. This all seems pretty good. And we're gonna trigger the Celestus again. Yeah, this all seems pretty good. Okay, let's do this. Look, I'm tired of not doing sweet things, okay? Let's do this. Of course, if they have flip, we just look like fools. Ooh. Ooh. Are we supposed to cast this? I don't think so. I think we stick to the plan. We just discard it and get it for free later. I think we just discard and get it for free later. Slashy, slashy, slashy. Flip. I'm assuming all they have is Faithful Mending to cast here. Let's get in. Yeah. Okay. Probably do this while they're tapped out. I don't even think this matters at all, but whatever. Let's do this here. Okay, they've got, again, just so much going on here. Okay. Flip Day Night again. This is cool. This is cool. Yes. Are we going to deck ourselves? Maybe. Phoenix, eh? Feels like a card we can get for free. So I'm going to discard it. In before they have Soul Guide Griff here. Okay, so they're a little bit hamstrung on mana, but not too badly here. They've got a first striking flyer. They've got a bait hook angler, so they could double spell this turn. They could also just play Beggar. So if they do play Beggar, we can flip Day Night, swing with it, probably swing with everything. We don't really we don't have, okay, now they can double spell. We don't have enough to make the Crashers huge yet though. But we do have enough to make Vadrik bigger. It's so gross. So you make it night and you double spell and then it becomes day again. That's so good. I get it now. I get it now. Okay, we're going to pause for a sec. Okay, in comes Generous Soul for our opponent here. And Hook Hot Drifter. So we did what they thought. They did what we thought they would do. We drew Cathartic Pyre. That's a very good draw. That's a very good draw. Okay, so I think we flip Day Night. And we flip Day Night. We seize. Do we have enough mana to do all of this? We have 9 mana. Flip Day Night. That's 3. Right there. This becomes 3. This is 2, and this is 1. So we can do it, and we should. We can, and we will. As Kyle Dubas said. Any reason why we want blue mana? I don't think so, but maybe we'll just keep one up, just in case. We'll draw a card. I don't know. Could just discard Crasher at this point. Probably just discard the land. Yeah, we'll pay 1 and a red for sure. Cast Seize the Storm. I mean, are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. Is this deck good? I'm not really sure. I think it's all right. Okay. Just pyre their face, I guess. Maybe we were supposed to just kill the drifter. That might have been more damage. It's probably close to the same. I think, oh, we can't pyre their face. That's annoying. Discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Maybe we just do that instead then. Yeah, we should have pyred the drifter. My bad. My bad. We'll pitch a Festival Crasher, but not a dragon. Since I think we're starting to run out of gas here. Or are we going to deck ourselves? Maybe. Okay, day-night. It's happening again. It's happening again. I think we can draw. I think we can do this. Flippy. Probably want to discard flip. Is it even gonna be good at this point? Stinger is actually not bad. Yeah, and it pumps up our beast token or elemental token as well. Liking our spot here. Opponent still like has gas though. Like we're definitely not a lock to win this game, and we have to worry about decking ourselves. But the important thing is that we learned how to use the Celestis in a cool way today. Probably like the last person to figure that out, but here we go. Okay. I'll pause for a sec. Opponent comes in with Borrowed Time on the Phoenix. On the Vadric. Okay. I was thinking they might take the 9/9. So they probably have Revenge for the 9/9, which is pretty annoying. Astronomer. Astronomer is not good at this point in the game, unfortunately. We are going to double spell. Do we want to make it night? Don't even need these clues anymore. So they have Revenge. They have Revenge. We want to play Purifying Dragon. We want to play Stinger. Yeah, I guess we'll make it night, right? 9 mana. -3 is 4. We can play these 2. Or we just play out our board here and not get too cute. Maybe we just play out our board, not get too cute. So we'll go to attacks. Let them revenge the stupid 9/9. That's unfortunate, but they have nothing that can flash in here. No. Here's a revenge. Yeah. Okay, so they go to 6. We add another flyer to the board. This is all fine. Put that on top. Thank you very much. Is this up to 2 cards? Up to 2 cards. Okay, so we're not going to kill ourselves by accident. All right, so I mean, if they have the Wrath, we're probably going to lose, and if they don't, we're probably going to win. That's cool. Maybe we were supposed to play around the Wrath. Maybe we were supposed to play around the Wrath. Of course, I think of that after I deploy my whole hand. But I mean, I'm also thinking that they can just start crawling back into this from their graveyard and from whatever creatures they might have in their hand. We want to like close the door if we can, right? Here's a 2/1 first strike flying that we're going to kill with Purifying Dragon, I think. And this is on attacks, right? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to crack a clue? I think so. I'm in for it. Land. Consider. I think we want to... Doesn't matter if we play the land or not, really, but I think we will. I don't think we're drawing any more cards off of this. And I believe we are going to swing with everything here. Are you sure? Yes. Yes, I am. Pay 1. So, I mean, this should... Oh, okay. Should be able to get them here with the Voldair and Stinger and the Festival Crasher getting bigger. It shouldn't really matter. So they've shrunk our Astronomer. They're taking 7 here. So if we just pump this, they should be dead. Yeah, and they see that. Okay, well that was pretty fun. On to the next game. All right, we're going first. Playing ace number 155. So we're gonna have to earn it here. Good curve though. Got a 1 into a 2 into a removal spell. Might have had a look at the deck to see if we want to bring in another dragon or something, but I think our curve's okay. We did get there last game. A Malevolent Hermit. Sacrifice counter has disturbed. Is this exile? Of course not. Why would it? That's annoying. We could pass the turn, discard Seize, and try to draw land. Obviously, we're attacking with Stinger. This is actually going to be pretty annoying to deal with. I mean, so is the Geist side of it. Disturb for 2 and a blue. I guess that's why these Disturb cards are good, eh? Well, I mean, we get in for the same amount of damage if we just Voldair and Stinger and pump it, so I guess that's the answer. We don't use the Pyre if we don't need to. I think we do discard the Seize, though. Because we do want to make sure we hit our land drops. And Seize is not good right now. It'll be good later. Tricky little turn there. Lunarch Vet. It's a good card. Dragon deals with that. And that. Locked in the Cemetery. Okay, opponent's had enough of that Stinger nonsense. Again, we have an opportunity to discard things. I say we take it. I think we discard Flip because we would like to draw a land and play Brigand this turn, not hold up Flip. And then we would like to draw another land and play Dragon next turn after that and not hold up Flip. So it just doesn't seem like Flip is really in the cards, as it were, for us here. Do we want to attack them for 2? They just trade off. Doesn't seem very good. So no, we would not like to do that. All right. So we've got a Brigand in play. And next turn we're going to Purifying Dragon into play, hopefully. And Brigand makes our attacks pretty good, or makes our attacks pretty good, right? So this becomes a 4/4 first strike, so they don't have blocks on this unless they want to chump. Our hand's looking pretty good, I'm just saying. So here we go. They're going to take it, and that's fine. And we're going to play Purifying Dragon. Pass the turn. Don't hate our spot here. We've got Pyre or Play with Fire to deal with their Gale Drifter, and then we can start picking off these X1s of theirs. Covetous Castaway doesn't matter. Well, it is gaining them life, but it doesn't really matter. I guess they can chump the Brigand with it, which is pretty annoying. So yeah. What is the move here? And does it involve us playing Festival Crasher? I like... Region control, get... +2/+0 until end of turn. Do we want to try to flip this thing? Covetous Castaway. 3/4. 4 toughness. Pretty valuable. I think we just kill the Gale Drifter. And start working through these Lunarch veterans. So I don't really want them to get the Hermit as a 2/2 just yet. We'll play Festival Crasher. There might be a chance to attack with Crasher next turn or something. Doesn't feel right to give them the Castaway in the yard right here, because we don't have a good answer to it. Like the Gale Drifter, we can just kill with Cathartic Pyre. They don't even have blocks right now, so yeah, they're not even going to bother playing these flyers. Organ Hoarder comes down. They're going to look at the top 3. They're going to put a couple lands in the graveyard, and they drew a land, it looks like. So now they get to play Lunarch whatever. Or not. So what does that mean? They might have Geistwave then? We draw land. Not the worst. Quite possible we're going to pass this turn without casting any spells. So maybe we want to hold the land so that Astronomer does something for us. Festival Crasher does not look good. Trading with Organ Hoarder. Don't want to put Castaway in the graveyard, so I think we just attack with the Dragon. Ping away here. Man, Dragon doing work. I should have included it in the deck in the first place. So again, we could play our land, but I don't think we want to. We'll take the Night Flip, loot it away, find something useful. Very nice. This goes face, which is worth noting. Ominous Roost. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's gonna be all right. So they get a couple 1/1 birds out of the deal here. They could play 2 Phantoms as well, so they're gonna have a bunch of birdos. We're gonna have 5 creatures flying here. Cool. So how's this gonna work? They can like quad block. Does this thing have trample? It ought to. Huh, that's pretty good. So they could put everything in front of the dragon. We'd have to use 2 removal spells to get through that. So that's a good turn for them for sure. They did double spell, so we're gonna get the Day-Night Flip, which doesn't matter. So I don't think we're discarding either of these. Land, of course, is our draw step. Okay. So we're going to be playing some spells this turn if we want to attack. I think we do want to. So are we going to attack with the Brigand and the Festival Crasher? If we're attacking with Festival Crasher, we also attack with Brigand. They're going to get the Castaway in the graveyard. Again, we just have no way to deal with that once it's back in play. That's the problem I have with that whole situation. But they're at 10. We could also send with the Astronomer, but then that just gets blocked by Hermit. Festival Crasher could trade with Hoarder, which is pretty bad for us as well. Frig. We also have Seize the Storm coming. Next turn, they're going to replay Gale Drifter, which gets them another 1/1, but then we have we do have the answer to it. How many spells in the yard for us? Not very many. Okay, so I think we go for it, but we don't. We don't give them the Castaway. I think that's too good. And the Festival Crasher is going to just end up trading, which is also not good for us. So I don't like our attacks on the ground, but I do like our attacks in the sky. Yeah, so I'm going to put 4 in front here. So this is a pivotal turn. This could end up going badly for us because we're spending 2 removal spells here to essentially just deal with like little tokens. But it puts us in a position where we can continue to pressure them with the dragon, and it puts us in a position where Seize the Storm is good. But I mean, if they have like another way to make a flyer here, we get ourselves into a little bit of trouble. I think that's a good. I think it was a good bet to make, though. All right, now do we want to attack? I still don't think we do. I think we wait till next turn. Let's jam. Man, this dragon is doing so much work. Maybe we want to play the second one. Just saying. Oh, they can counter that, of course. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Now they have blocks. No! Why did I do that? I was not thinking about that. I was not thinking about that. Oh, dear. Well, all of a sudden, this got weird. Geist Wave. Jeez. Okay. Geist Wave. Man, that was rough. Why did I do that? Okay, well, Geist Wave is good, right? Because we can still attack with the dragon. They can block it with a bunch of stuff. We can bounce something. Boy, that still sucked for us. Still can't get in with the brigand, and then we give them another... I guess we just put the Geist back in their hand and try not to get wrecked by it again. Yeah. Shoot. Sorry, guys. That was bad. That was really bad. We could also bounce our own Voldaren Stinger. Because if we put the Whale Drifter back in their hand, then they have a 3/2 flying. Which we can't get through with the dragon, so we have to. It has to be the Geist. Whew, that was rough times. So we just have to not mess up with this stupid thing. Okay, and we're also not going to put the Bait Hook Angler in the graveyard. This is a zombie, right? So we get to kill this for free, right? If that creature's a zombie, yeah. Pop. Man, this dragon is doing work. Okay. One more draw step. We will want to discard this mountain as well. Yeah. Cool. One more draw step. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Larder zombie. So they need to find a disturbed creature, put it in the yard. All right. Well, I think we made good decisions in this game, except for that Seize the Storm cast, which was horrific, but we still got there. So I'll see for the next. So I'm looking for a way to get this other Purifying Dragon in, but I just don't see it. And again, let me know in the comments what you think. Like I could see cutting Brigand, but we don't have any 4-drops. This is a very good 4-drop. I could see cutting maybe one Vadric, but the card's quite powerful. That might be the answer. Other than that, I mean, I don't think you want to cut the 2s, even though Festival Crasher hasn't really been super, super excellent for us yet. I think it's still good enough with the construction of our deck. Maybe Secrets of the Key is just like too meh, but even that card's not been bad. Maybe it is Secrets of the Key. Maybe it is Secrets of the Key. Still got 10 instant sorceries. All right, let's try... Oh, it's got Flashback, though. It's so good. It's such a good glue piece. I think we're going to try it. I don't know. We're going to try it. We're back. We're on the play. Our hand is pretty bad. But Consider kind of makes it work a little bit. Our hand is pretty bad, though. I think we do keep it. Just because of how bad mulliganing is in this format. Consider gives us a couple looks. We're hoping to find a 2-drop. We have Flip the Switch on 3, and it is good when you're on the play to have Flip. I don't like this hand very much, but I think it's just functional enough that we should keep it. And I do believe that one should keep more often than not. But we really don't want to see another land on top, so I think we're gonna consider here. Yeah, and we're gonna put that in the graveyard, and we're gonna see another land. Okay, all right. So not a great start for us. We didn't have a 2-drop, but I mean, going to 6 is a big risk, and we got both colors of mana. We got cards we can cast. We got Seize the Storm. Opponent also drinking the blue-red Kool-Aid here. Yeah, but they're gonna get some value. So us not having a 2 or a 3 on the play is really, really, really punishing. But I think it was correct to keep there. It just doesn't always work out that way. But we're gonna have a hard time, I think, against this opponent who's getting serious value. We'll see what happens though. We got flip, so they can't do anything this turn. And we're just going to counter whatever they put down because we're in trouble. So now we want to see like Fang Blade Brigand. This is also a great card to see. Do we get in for 2 here? We have no use for the zombie token at all. Because we don't have Ska Wrangler, we don't have Larder Zombie. So I think we just cash it in for 2 points while they are shields down, because there's not gonna be a lot of opportunities where that actually does get in for 2. And then next turn, I mean, we've got to Seize the Storm. That's a 3/3. That's not the worst. It can grow bigger as things go. Do we block here? Kind of feel like we do. I don't know, actually. We're only at 18. We got a Purifying Dragon coming down next turn. This is a big clock. They probably really want us to block if they're attacking, right? So yeah, we're not going to. It is tempting because they could just turn around and double spell here, but I think if they're offering that trade, they're not planning on having that work out for us. Okay. So we're in a weird situation here where they probably have flipped the switch or something, and we want to play spells. So we're going to have to decide what we do want to play here. Let's see what happens if we attack for 4. They could have Revenge. Should make our life somewhat easy in the sense that we just get to play Purifying Dragon and move on. If they just take 4 here, then we have to decide what we want to commit to potentially getting countered. And I think the answer to that is Seize the Storm. I think the answer to that is Seize the Storm since it has flashback. We could just pass as well. That's an option for us. Or we play like Vadrik. Opponent missed their land drop as well. So they're probably going to rev at the end of their turn. So they get value either way. So it's not like we're robbing them of anything by not casting our spells. So I think we're going to go with the Seize the Storm play. I think it's the worst of these 3 cards. Weirdly. Maybe not. I mean, maybe Vadrik is, but we want to spend 5 mana. There's a chance they don't have flip, obviously, and they don't. Okay, well, I think it's worth playing around. Obviously, Seize the Storm's still good. Like, this is going to grow over time and whatever else, so not bad. So opponent pitches Neonate's Rush. They're going to slash down that token. That's pretty good. Get in for 2. And if they can double spell here, they get to... yep. Okay. Yeah, this is all good. We're going to get to play Purifying Dragon, but they have the slash now to make that kind of bad. And they get to loot. It's a really good turn for them. I don't really want to just give them... Don't want to give them the dragon. Definitely don't want to give them the dragon. But we're also losing this race as it stands right now. Don't really want to give them Vadrik either. But if we do nothing, they just slash this down, and then we're just in big trouble. Next turn, we've got Seize. Oh, why couldn't this be a 4/4? Why couldn't it just be a 4/4? So I guess it's Vadric. I don't think we're winning this game by playing Putrefying Dragon into, or Purifying Dragon into Moonraider Slash. If they want to slash the Phoenix here and hit us for 4, I guess we're okay with that. If they attack, are we blocking? Yeah. I mean, we can afford to go to 10 here. But, like, when is Day Knight going to flip next? Could be this turn if they just want to sit. If they just want to sit back with a counterspell, at which point we do have a blocker with Vadric. So I think we take 4 here, but it could be correct to trade with the Elementalist. But it's like if we get a 1 Day Knight flip with Vadric, it becomes an actual game piece where it can block both of these creatures or hold back both of these creatures. And they may decide that they just want to slash it, at which point Purifying Dragon becomes an option for us again. Yeah, so they're going to flip Day Knight. So now they're probably going to want to kill Vadric. So this is working out okay. Yeah. They could still have a counterspell in hand. Burn the Accursed to exile. No! Okay, that's okay, though. All right, that's okay. So we can seize or we can dragon. Seize spends all of our mana. Didn't see what they did there. It looks like they pitched a startle. Seize spends all of our mana. Dragon is dragon. Seize is still not that big. 1, 2, it'll still just be a 3/3. So I guess we do want to just play dragon here. We're in trouble either way you slice it. If they've got another removal spell, we're probably just dead on the spot. But I do think that we go dragon here. Hopefully this holds off their attacks, and then we get to kill their Elementalist for free, and then we're in the driver's seat. It's kind of just like they either have removal or they don't. They just use 2 removal spells. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh jeez. Well, this is also very bad for us. Yep. Flipping that Day Knight action. Hey, we got one too. All right, we're at 8. They have a 6/6 trample. We have to block 2 things. I think we're just dead. Because I want to attack and kill the Elementalist. We're at 8, so we have to block the... We can't make 2 creatures. Festival Crash becomes a 3/3. I think we're just dead. Shoot! Well, I mean, they got on board first. They were doing their thing first. That's just the way it goes. There's something I'm missing here. This is 7 mana, just like 1 shy. If we don't attack, we play Seize. It's a 3/3. Yucky. I guess at that point we can not die. I think. What's our plan here? I think we're still in the same spot. Block, block, we're dead. Block, block, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're just dead anyway, you slice it, but we'll see what they do. They have to attack us with everything, so we'll make them do that. And they have to have a spell or whatever, and they do. Okay. Alright. Spell, 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 spell. Jamethal. think we just put this here. We put this here, and that's game. All right. Well, bit of a rough opening hand for us, unfortunately, but still think it was right to keep it. You let me know what you think in the comments. We'll see you in a sec. Alrighty, we are back. Yeah, hand looks good. You know, we like a 3, obviously. These Purifying Dragons are looking awkward all of a sudden. Seekers of the Key would actually be pretty good here. So it triggers Festival Crasher in combat and gets us deeper into our deck. Not a good card, obviously, but in this opening hand, I would prefer to have it, I think. But, you know, we can also draw other things that aren't the worst, so we'll see what happens. All right, opponent keeps 7. Hate to see it. See what they're on here. Green. Uh-oh. All right. Drawing more islands is not where we want to be. It's possible we're supposed to be 10-7 in favor of mountains. Moonrager's Slash is not a bad one. I think we just get rid of this sentry and bash in. Next turn, we've got Brigand, and presumably we're going to be drawing a mountain at some point and having a 5-drop to play. So I think we just get this out of our hand, get in for 3, apply some pressure, kill a good creature of theirs. That all makes sense to me. Bird Admirer. Ooh, Celestis. Probably still playing Brigand here. Probably get in with Crasher. I think that's a free attack. They're probably just blocking it, but maybe they don't. They didn't. Free attacks, baby. Okay, Brigand will be able to get in for damage next turn. And then, I mean, again, just drawing a mountain would be fine. Opponent misses the land drop. That's pretty nice for us. Okay, they could have Defenestrate here. Their thing is bigger. So if we attack, we are not like fully priced into to pumping. So again, I think it's a free attack. If they have Midnight Ambush, they just get to kill it anyways. If they have Defenestrate, they get to kill it anyways. If they have a pump spell, we have 2 pumps of this, which would put it to 6 power. And that would not get us through the +2/+2. I still think it's worth it to attack. They are going to block. We're going to let it happen because we want to cast the dragon here. They do have it. Oh my god. Why do I say these things? Okay. So that's 5. Yeah, that's going to be good. Okay. Well, I mean, we recognize that it was a possibility they could have it. I really wanted to cast the dragon this turn. Even though the dragon's not very good against the Wing Shredder as it currently stands. Oh my god, they got a fight spell too. Oh, jeez, this is going from bad to worse. Yeah, I didn't feel like it was likely they would have the... okay, they don't. I didn't feel it was likely they would have this, but... Okay, we got Play with Fire. Oh, this is going to be kind of good. So we can Celestis them. We can Celestis... Can we? Yeah, we can, but then we can't play with fire. And we do kind of want to have access to that. That's tough. I think we want to Celestis them. This is not a zombie, of course. So, I mean, we either just play with fire and kill this right now. It's nighttime currently, so we will get a flip out of that. Definitely are going to cast this. We just don't get an attack, which is what bugs me. But I think we'll play it safe here. I can just see that getting very out of hand. Do we just want to draw a card for no value? It could be like, I think we do. There's a lot of things we would like to have in our graveyard. Vadric we would like to have in play, of course, but could have been a Phoenix, could have been a Rev, could have been a lot of different things there. Opponent finds their land. Voldern Stinger. There's not really a way to get value out of Crasher here, so I think we just attack. So did we punt by playing into that combat trick? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think we're going to cast Stinger this turn. Obviously, if we knew they had the trick in hand, we wouldn't have made the attack, because it was not a good trade for us. But I thought it was pretty unlikely. It's still a 1-for-1. What are they thinking about right now? Rotten Reunion, maybe? Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we knew it was a possibility. We made the attack. Definitely feels bad to get wrecked by it, but okay. So Celestis. We don't really want it to be Knight because of this stupid thing. So I think we just cast Stinger. Stinger actually does get in for damage next turn. Ostensibly because they have... this will have a damage on it from Dragon. This has first strike and whatever else. It can get double pumped. 5. They could double block it, I guess. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Okay, so they're going to get to kill Celestis. Nasty. So now we're somehow behind on cards and on board. That's a bummer. But we're going to get to kill Harvest-Tide Sentry for free, so that's pretty cool. So what do we need to draw here? Any of our rares would be okay. Another Purifying Dragon's fine. Yeah, that works. Are we going to attack with Voldaren Stinger? No, because we don't want to get priced into spending mana, because we want to cast Dragon number 2. Opponent takes the damage. Play another Dragon. So if they pass the turn here with Bird Admirer, the Bird Admirer flip, that'd be pretty good for them. They're going to scoop it up. Okay, that game felt very close. But we did get there, so there you go. Welcome back. We're on the play. Like the looks of this hand, we have a 2-drop we can cast. We've got both our colors. We've got a couple of plays on 3 here. So I'm digging it. Digging it. Lot to like about this hand. Still not sure where I stand on second Purifying Dragon versus Secrets of the Key. All feels quite close. Right. Well, I mean, we either let them block here or they get to sacrifice this for value to their eccentric Awakener and stuff. So I think we just do this now. Are we going to pitch anything? Are we going to cycle anything here? We could discard Rev, but then that doesn't give us really anything to do with our mana. It's probably still worth it, though. We can consider end of turn or whatever. We want the land because we've got Dragon. So I think we pitch the Rev. Hopefully we get to flip them. We could also pitch Consider. It's kind of the same thing as casting it. Maybe we do, actually. These cards are just air anyways. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Drawing into more lands is somewhat what we want, not like 100% what we want. Okay, opponent didn't do anything on their turn. So that's okay. Let's get in. We've got flip and rev for them this turn. And then we've got dragon next turn. Okay, we will rev. Another dragon, another consider. Not bad, not bad. Okay. It's boogie. This opponent seems to be missing their colors. I'm imagining they've got something for this dragon. No. All right, well, on to the next then. And we're back. Opponent goes first. We have a curve that makes some amount of sense here. Maybe some Celestis shenanigans afoot this game. We'll see. Pretty excited about this card. I'm glad I discovered this. You know, the last week of the format or whatever. Not that I was the first one to discover it by any means. I'm sure lots of people have been rocking it, but to get the opportunity to pick it and play it in a deck that it seems to work well in is super fun. Opponent not messing around here. Slash, get rid of that stupid Festival Crasher. We're going to play Celestis into, I guess, Consider and then Dragon next turn. That seems pretty good. Probably better than Revving. If it was Knight that turn, we probably should have played Consider, but it wasn't, so we didn't have to worry about that. But something to bear in mind. I'm not really used to keeping track of Day-Night because it just doesn't seem to ever come up. That's a good card, man. You didn't have to play that. You didn't have to do that to us. All right. We don't really have a great answer to that. And we don't need this land, right? Right. I mean, we want stuff to discard to Rev, but we can also discard Rev to Celestis, or just draw more lands, yeah. Okay. Well, the race is on, I guess. And we don't have a Burn the Accursed for this, so always Geist Wave, or... I don't know what. In for 3. We're taking it. Pump. Okay. And slash. Okay. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean that's an answer. I guess that's an answer. Yeah. +1/+0 first strike. So we have blocks. We have blocks. Hopefully they don't have yet another removal spell for this. They've used 2 slashes so far. If they attack, we have to assume they've got Startle, which kind of wrecks us. So I think we got to take 3 here, sadly. So if they Startle or Nebelgast us here, we just absolutely get killed. And if they just pass with no play, we actually get a little bit of value out of Celestis. We will definitely take that draw. So many lands. So little time. Crash and Festies. Do we start racing? They're at 20. We can chump with Festival Crasher. We've got it's nighttime. We could flip it to day and then flip it back to night by not playing any spells. Get a bunch of value that way. At which point we still only have... We're still kind of in that same spot of like, if they have a trick, we're going to die to this Eviscerator. So we're really not in the market of blocking right now. So I think for that reason, we do want to race them. Wow, they got revenge. Okay. Put it on top, I guess. And then we could rev it back to our hand. So yeah, we'll put it on top. Go rev and then recast it. We're not in a great spot here. But I think this is correct to do. We get the double spell, we get the day-night flip, we get the loot. Dragon's not the worst. Oh no! Firmament Sage. In for 3. Okay, we'll take it. Pump. Okay, so they may not have... So the attack that we were worried about Startle, they may just have had Revenge. And that's okay. We're not super interested in flipping day to night anymore. I think we just play Purifying Dragon and pass the turn back. So our Brigand can block their Brigand. And I just don't see a reason to play Festival Crasher here. So I think we pass. Hopefully they don't have Startle. That's the card that we're most worried about. Is there an option of double blocking here? Is there an option of double blocking here? They would go... if they had Startle. If they have another Revenge, they would go horribly wrong for us. If they have Startle, though, it would work pretty well. Sorry, that's my phone falling on the ground. Oh, man. I think... Oh, boy. I think we just single block here. Okay, trade. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for the trade. Holy smokes. Okay. So we're, again, not crazy about this Firmament Sage on the other side here. I'd like to kill that somehow. I think we're just going to have to wait. We're just going to have to try and draw something. I was thinking we could attack with Dragon, hit it for a point, and then play with Fire, but now they've got Gale Drifters, so we got to deal with that. And just start pressuring them, I think. Play Crasher. Don't want to flip to day-night, obviously. So let's kill this. Kill their zombie as well, which is pretty sweet. And we'll play Crasher, and we do have a Rev, end of turn, discarding a land, so that's pretty good. And if they attack with Sage for some reason, we do get to kill it. I don't think they would do that, though. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Man, this is a scary card. Okay. No attacks, I would assume. Okay, so let's Rev. Good cards, good cards, good cards. Seize the Storm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's a 5/5 right now. Or 10. Got a Phoenix to block the Whale Drifter thingy. I guess we just cast Seize the Storm and attack with both. I think that's the move. I guess they could have a counterspell here, but not super likely. I guess they could double block, but then we take down the Sage. And that works pretty well for us. They are going to double block. I think we do want to take the Sage down. I think that's the way they got out of this game, is by drawing extra cards. I'm not super afraid of that flyer. I think we play the Astronomer here, and if they have a Wrath or Burn Down the House, I think we're still okay. Festival Crasher. In for 2. Vadric. Okay, so now we actually want to flip things. We just flashback Seize, I guess. 8 we're at. Yeah, and I guess we just poke the Crasher with the Dragon, swing with everything. Seems good. This is lethal, right? 9, 10, oh, it's only 11. So they could take it all. And they are going to. Okay. Alright, so we could potentially be dead here, but I think we just go Phoenix into Vadric. I guess the other way around, in case they have flip. I suppose it doesn't really matter. We should be safe from Festival Crasher beatdowns here. Yep. Okay. Close one. We are back. Opponent going first. Again, our curve looking pretty good here. So we'll keep this one. Still thinking about, should we be playing 10 mountains, 7 islands instead of 9, 8. We do have like early-ish blue stuff, but we're pretty heavy red in this deck. Liking the Purifying Dragons, they've been working. I like that play. I guess that gives us some value for our 1-drop. Flame Channeler for us. We got Play with Fire to flip it at will. And I think, ooh boy. Do we play Celestis here or Festival Crasher? This is like the ultimate aggro versus control, right? Celestis does ramp us a little bit towards the dragon if we should draw one. It's going to let us crack that clue sooner. It's going to do a bunch of things, but Festival Crasher is Festival Crasher. Football on the grind's football on the grind. Geez, I don't know. Our opponent looks like they're probably on a little bit of a grindier plan. So does that mean we're supposed to also grind or try to punish them? There's so many questions here. Let's start with can't really start with a Flame Channeler attack, because if they have, I guess there's no tricks that could make us want to actually play with fire here. I think we go for this. Let them block, whatever. Rather than block, then sack this for value. Yes, they get to draw a card, whatever, it's fine. I think we got enough. Oh man, I hate the mana inefficiency of this, but I think we've got enough going on that we want to crash. I'm saying that and I just don't even know if that's the truth. I'm going to go with the mana efficient play. Plus we get to hold up play with fire if we need it. We just don't get to attack with Festival Crasher this turn. Okay, they're really grinding. Okay, I don't think I've seen this in play yet. So this can eventually become a 4/4 flying. This is a sorcery speed activation. And it's going to take a bunch of time. So kind of wish we had the Crasher, obviously, because we'd get in for some damage here. Do we want to crack the clue first? Because we don't have enough mana to Celestis. So I guess we do want to crack the clue. Give me that clue. Dragon. Nice. So when I'm seeing something like this, I'm starting to get worried about something like Meat Hook Massacre or the white Destroy All Creatures spell or that. Yep. So opponent playing like a heavier control game with some bombs. Okay, well we have we have a couple of ways of dealing with that. So I think we pass back. Okay, well we can just straight up kill it, which is also nice. Alright, so what does this do? Flying lifelink, whenever another creature controlled dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next instance. Okay, so if we just go... If we literally just go Pyre, play with fire to kill that, we get to attack them for 5, 6... We attack them down to 8, and we get a counter on this Flame Channeler for later. If we get Trixie and attack them... and they block, they get to gain 4 life, but we don't lose a removal spell, but we do lose a creature. So it's still kind of a 2-for-1. So I think it's better in this spot to just Pyre Fire, and we don't have enough mana to Celestis or do anything weird like that, but we do have enough mana to hold up Geist Wave, which is pretty cool. Geist Wave, the Mirror. Would like for them to invest a bit more mana into that, though. Plus, we might need to, like, use it for something else. I don't know. But we could have got an extra 2 damage there. D-Hound. Okay, I think they're gonna be dead. I guess they're taking 6 here. Unless we can find another cheap spell. Hey, we did it. Bounce. And then another +2 from this. Sweet. Well, there's Festival Crasher for you. Doing some work. And that'll be 8 there, folks. All right. See you for the finals. We're on the draw. Awkward hand. Again, we've got both of our colors. We have some of our better cards. We have a Consider to play on 1. I think this is a hand you keep. I don't think it's good. But you know, your opponent doesn't always have the nuts, even though it certainly seems like it some of the time. So I think you keep it, and you just hope that you don't get absolutely crushed. And so far that's working out for us. I think we do want to consider here in case we can find, well, yeah, because if there's another dragon on top or something huge, or like another Rev on top, there are cards we're going to want to put away. Like a land is kind of awkward because we kind of do want that. But if we bin the land, we have another shot at a 2-drop, which is what we really want. And we still have like a bunch of other draw steps to hit lands, and we have Electric Revelation. So I think we put the land in the yard and just continue to see more lands. That's okay. Okay, guys, so I mean, at least we have something to do on 2. I don't know. They might play something we just absolutely have to bounce. Hopefully not. Silver Bolt. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We could bounce it. That seems pretty bad, though. They missed their land drop. So see, so we kept a sketchy hand, but like we could be in their situation as well, but at least we're getting to cast our spells, and I think we do cast Vadric here. It will cost them their turn to deal with this if they hit their land drop. So they have to consider whether or not they want to kill this or play a creature. And if they kill it, then that makes our Phoenix and our Dragon better. If they play a creature, then it makes our Vadric better. So they are going to kill it. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and play the Phoenix, I think. Keep it simple, right? We could rev it away, but that doesn't really do anything. We could Vadric, but that's not as good as just having Phoenix in place. I think we just cast the Phoenix, force them to have removal for it. If we could pick up another land next turn, that'd be pretty sick. Opponent with a Search Party Captain. Not a bad one, so they're back in it. And we did pick up a land, and I think we will just Purifying Dragon it up. Jam in for 4 here. And we're in a good spot here. We're in a good spot. Opponent needs a couple of removal spells or a big bomby bomb. Okay, green-white. All right. In for 2. I think we're going to take it here. One of the ways they get back in it is by having a pump spell and taking our dragon down. Clear shot, borrowed time, candle trap. Candle trap not great here. Morning patrol. Okay. Celestis. So we can go Celestis into Vadric. I don't hate that. So I suppose we want to attack first if we're going to do that play. Opponent's going to get to attack us back. It's all right, though. So, I mean, there's an argument to just holding up Geistwave, because if they have a fight spell, they get back in it. So it is slightly mana inefficient, but like they literally have to have a kill spell this turn or a way to gain life, or they're just straight up dead. And I guess if we do play Vadric, then we have Rev as a potential card to play next turn as well, if they just have nothing. So I think this is slightly more correct to do. It's like Clear Shot or the Duel for Dominance are ways they can get back in this. And like, they can't. Very unlikely that they can have and cast 2 of those cards, given their mana situation up until now. Yeah, and so who knows if they had it or not, but I feel like that was slightly better. Whoa, 368. All right. Guess I'm not playing another game until the end of the season. Maybe we'll do a traditional draft later in the week. Well, thanks everybody for watching. This is a very sweet draft. An example of when drafting red worked out and sort of how, and here's what the deck looked like, and you know, that's how the draft went. And I mean, we started with a mythic, we ended up with a bunch of other rares as well. I think this is kind of what the deck has to look like. Seize the Storm was not excellent for us, but it was good, I think, in one game. Dragon was sick, so props to Dragon. Shouldn't have ran the spirits over it. Possible we should have been 10 mountains, 7 islands there with our distribution. But because we do have early blue spells that we do want to cast sometimes, you know, it could have been right to do this, could have been right to do 10-7. Anything else to note here? Celestis is pretty sick. If you can flip to night and then double spell, you get day again immediately, so you get 2 triggers kind of for the price of 1. Yeah, other cards kind of just performed as you would expect. Deck was pretty sweet. We got to do some cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do click like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments in the comments if you have any questions or any comments about my drafting or gameplay or how we can make this channel and these videos better. Appreciate it very much. We'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.